One of the major capabilities within the CRM workspace is your ability to see rolled up data across your customers, or what we call accounts, within the space. So I'll walk into that. Basically, there's a couple ways to find customers. You can go there by browsing and go to the CRM workspace in the toolbar. The CRM workspace menu drawer will open up, which is what you're seeing here. Under customers, you can click on accounts. You can also go right from the CRM workspace homepage and click accounts here. You can also select accounts, which is defaulted to, and just search for a specific account. And that will just do a keyword search that will drill into this specific page, the accounts page, which is all of them go to the same spot, which is a listing of your accounts. Once you search for and find the accounts, you can also go through the filtering here. You click on the specific account that you want to access and click on the link for that account, and you go to what we call the account detail area of the CRM workspace. So this account detail area basically has the account name, and then it's got a bunch of sub-navigation links. You will notice that these navigation links basically simulate the same navigation links that are going on for the most part in the left-hand menu. And as you drill in, you'll see the same style stuff up here. The difference is the left-hand menu gives you aggregate data across all the accounts that you have access to as a worker, and this area gives you specific narrowed down data for that one account that you're on. So this overview is basically kind of the out-of-the-box CRM workspace that we have. There's also some advanced views of this that you can get in what we call CRM Standard, which gives you activity logging and some other stuff. But within this, you can go to the sales statistics page. This just has some icon stats and a few graphs that are rolled up data. This is a demo site, but this would be active data for a year-to-date style data across your sales and order volume. There is a statement that you can go to. This is basically just showing you open stuff, transaction data, and this is data that is synced from the ERP system. So whether it originated on the site, orders originated on the site or not, we're syncing the data out of the ERP system to populate these tables. So you're seeing aging reports, the ability to link in if you have pay invoices turned on and actually go pay open invoices. So here you can see open orders. You can drill into any of these transactions like orders or invoices and go to the detail page to see the details of this as you're going through it. So going back to the statement page here. You can see this is a demo account. So there's a bunch of open orders, a bunch of open invoices. You can drill in and initiate the payment workflow from there, and then seeing associated adjustments or credits. Those are all in there for recent or open data. Under the customer timeline, this is basically showing you usage-based activity within CIMcloud. So this is how this customer is using the CIMcloud either B2B portal and or customer sites on the front end. So things like email a friend requests, if they have placed email a friend requests, you can see which product they placed them on and who they sent the email a friend request to. So this is kind of like Big Brother stuff. You can see what's going on. These are all keyword searches. So as they go to the B2B portal, or if you have a front end retail site, you will see if they've logged in, it knows who they are, what user or what contact, and also what account they're tied to, which is in your ERP system is typically called a customer, and it's logging all the searches. So you can see it by the contact, what their keyword search was for, the date that it occurred, the product interactions. This is an aggregate data of showing you all of the touches that this account had with each one of the products, if they've had any history, if they've ordered it, if it's been invoiced, if they put it on favorites list, if they viewed it through the front end site or portal. The recently viewed products, this is drilling in specifically to what products they clicked on and went to the product detail page in the front end customer portal. The save for later carts. This is if they go add stuff to the cart. There's a save for later button that just kind of slides it down and tucks it away to be able to see it later. And this is showing you what product and which user moved that into save for later. And this is an overview of their overall website visits. That's basically showing you the visits and effectively what they did, when they accessed the site and who did it. Across basically the different contacts associated with this account. The customers is basically their contact and address and wallet style data. So this is getting into shipping addresses that will sync from the ERP, or they can create addresses in the site and leverage those. Those typically would not sync back into the ERP unless an order was placed for the address. The contacts are the people associated with this account. So this is showing you all the individual contacts that you have for the account. This would be initiated here or by the customer on the front end, but it's login contact info. You can also impersonate logins from here. And you'll see in every account there's a house user that's auto managed by the system and is explained in impersonation in other content articles. The credit cards, if they have saved credit cards to the vault, we of course don't store the raw credit card data here. We vault it with whatever payment gateway we're using, but you're seeing the non-sensitive data here so that you can see what's in their credit card wallet. And they can reuse these on transactions for either orders or invoice payments. Their favorites list is basically showing you if they have saved products to different favorites lists and which contact created the favorites list. The access type is just showing you whether it's private for that one specific contact. So they're saying, I don't want anyone else at my account to see it, versus shared, which means all the contacts at this account. In this case, 1989 distribution can see that. And you could drill in to see what's on it or even edit the favorites list. Save searches, there's ways that they can go in to the different search aggregate, like order and invoice style, data utilities in the B2B portal or on the front end site, and actually save off search criteria or filters. And this is showing you if they've saved any of those searches. Shipper accounts, this is for them to store in their wallet, their UPS or FedEx data that, depending on your shipping method setup, they could use those and it could potentially be passed into the ERP system. This is showing you any username or password requests that they have initiated, and it's got IP information, the date they did it. So this is telling you if they forgot their password or who initiated those logins. The sales pipeline, if you've got the Contact Us form initiated, if they're logged in and place a Contact Us submission, you'll be able to see the submission here. The saved carts is also, we use the word quotes and saved carts interchangeably. This is basically an unfinished order. So if the customer creates a quote, a cart and saves it, you'll see it here. You can also log in on behalf of the customer and create a cart to kind of use it as a semi-quote system. There is a more elaborate quote system with conversation log and workflow that's available in CRM Standard. But this is showing you all the saved carts or quotes that occurred, whether the customer created it or you did as a worker. And then the orders and shipments. This is going through their specific order data that is synced from the ERP system. So when you look at back orders, the product order detail, sum of quantity, sales orders, and shipments, this is all data that's synced from the ERP. The online orders is just showing you orders that they placed online that ultimately will land in the ERP, along with any other orders that might be hand keyed into the ERP system or entered through EDI workflow or other ways. This is just showing you specific line items on orders that are noted in the ERP as on back order. So the online order, I already mentioned that. This is a history of all the actual orders they placed on the CIMcloud platform, which then sync into the ERP system. And you can see the import status here. There's some other stuff you can do related to online orders. And if there's troubleshooting, if something fails, you can get in and edit it and then export it again and to get it sync into the ERP system. And there's some monitoring around that that goes on and alerting if orders aren't moving through or failed for some reason. The product order detail, these two links are going into the specific products that are on sales orders. These are from the sales orders synced from the ERP system. And the detail view is showing you every line item by order number. So this is order number specific line items. So the same product you would see would be here over and over again. The sum of quantity sums it all up for each individual product. So each SKU would only show up once in this view, and it would show you total quantity. You can then actually drill into sales orders and see all the sales orders that were placed for this as well. This is just the overall sales order view. So this is showing you the sales order number, a PO number that you can search by, and then of course drill into the sales order number. The shipments are, if you're tracking shipment tracking data in the ERP, we sync that back out. And if the carriers are hooked up, then it'll link the tracking numbers off to do automatic tracking, and you can link into the order or invoices here directly as well. The invoice data goes through invoice aging information. This basically just shows you kind of your current and aging categories. This particular demo customer is quite a bit past due on their invoices, but it's showing you some basic aging data and what the invoice total, amount paid, and amount to collect is. And again, this is synced from the ERP system and kept up to date with that. The invoice details, this is just grouping by invoice number and showing you the specific products on it, but across multiple invoices for that customer account. This is just an invoice header report. So this is just not aging, but it does show you amount due and amount paid and invoice total, and allows you to drill into the invoice or order number. And then the products invoice detail and sum of quantity are the same thing I just showed you on the order level, but this is coming right out of the invoice history tables that's synced from your ERP instead of the sales order history tables. So the payments and credits, I'll go through this. These are payments synced from the ERP, this link here. The credits are credits synced from the ERP. That it also references invoice numbers, and you can drill into the specific credit memo. Online payments are if you have online invoice paying turned on in the B2B portal. This would show you any invoice payments that were initiated on CIMcloud by the customer or the worker, which would then sync into the ERP system as cash receipts. You can see those here. And then credit card transactions is really just getting a layer deeper. Under online invoice payments or sales orders, you can see the raw credit card transaction history. So we keep a transaction log of any credit card authorizations or charges that are made through the CIMcloud platform by either sales orders or invoice payments, and you would see an invoice number linked into here as you're going through that. Another notable on this particular page, the overview page you saw right at the beginning, has some windows that you can see different stuff just as kind of a snapshot or a portal view. And then you've got new action links that you can go initiate actions that are associated with this particular customer account. And then you can actually edit the account if that's turned on, and edit basic account information here if you're allowing that for workers. So that is an overview of the customer specific data that's available through the customer detail area on the site.